the event, let us all stand for the invocation by Mishina May Perez, Administrative Support Staff of DSWD Field Office 5. This will be followed by the Philippine National Anthem. Welcome to the 7th Regional Bayani Ka Awards with the theme Ipadagos ang Bayanihan, presented by the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Kapit Bisig Laban sa Kahirapan, Comprehensive and Integrated Delivery of Social Services or DSWD Calaices Region 5. I am your host, Renel Ansertan, Social Marketing Officer of DSWD Calaices. In this event, I am also with my fellow Information Officer, Nelson P. Oshal Jr.
A pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am Nelson Palermo Oshal Jr., Social Marketing Officer of Sustainable Livelihood Program. I will be your host together with my colleague Ranel in this wonderful celebration of success of community volunteers and partners. So alam mo ba, Binibining Ranel, live rin tayo sa ating DSW Region 5 Facebook page at ngayon nga ay ramdam na ramdam ko na ang lamig ng simoy ng hangin dahil unang araw ng Disyembre ngayon.
Grabe, Disyembre na, Ginoong Nelson. Napakabilis lang talagang ng panahon. So malapit na ang Pasko, sa tingin ko ay marami na ang gumagawa ng listahan para pambili ng regalo.
Yes, syempre maliban sa Pasko, ipinagdiriwang din natin ang National Volunteers Month. Kaya sa ating mga community volunteers, Happy National Volunteers Month.
Parang kailan lang nagsagawa din tayo nung July 22 ng launching ng Kalay Seeds Additional Financing Project upang formal na buksan ang panibagong yugto ng programa. So napakabilis lang talaga ng panahon, di ba? So also, we would like to acknowledge our participants, the community volunteers, partner barangay and municipal local government units, national government agencies, civic society organizations, and DSWD staff.
To formally open our ceremony, let us have our ever-supportive OIC Regional Director, Leo Alcantilla, to give his welcome remarks.
Community volunteers, local government units, national government agencies, civil society organizations, and other partners, welcome to the 7th Regional Bayani Ka Award. The theme for this year's Bayani Ka Award is Padagos ang Bayanihan. Padagos is a Bicolano word for continue. We choose this theme in connection with the expansion of Kalaysid's program scope through additional financing project. Last year, the program implemented in the 15 municipalities in Bicol region. But for 2021 until 2023, we will implement the program in 76 municipalities. Through this expansion, we can reach more communities and instill the sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit. Our collective action, aside from the expansion of the program scope, we are also advocating the institutionalization of CDD as a national strategy for poverty alleviation. By mandating the whole government to adopt the principle of CDD in all projects, programs, and activities. With this, we want to continue or ipadagos ang bayanihan, the core value which the program wants to impart. Today, I feel very privileged and honored to share and celebrate the achievement of our stakeholders. Bayani Ka Awards is the annual and the highest recognition given by the Kalaysids to the exemplary communities and partners in implementing and promoting the community-driven development, CDD approach. Each of you, it be a community volunteer, local government unit, or partner stakeholder, is considered CDD champion because you have put forward sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit to implement the program. So congratulations everyone, you are all CDD champions. The 7th Regional Bayani Ka Awards will not only recognize you as champions, but is also a celebration of collective action. This recognition also serves us as a gratitude that cannot be equated to any infrastructure project or fund. We are recognized because we love what we do. And what is really important are the people you have helped and the lives that you have touched. You have carved a monument of bayanihan that form Kalaysids. Through your efforts, the SWD Kalaysids completed 3,288 sub-projects with grant allocation of 4.96 billion pesos that benefited 638,100 households in Bicol region from 2014 to 2020. Thank you to our 159,272 community volunteers who contributed their time and effort to implement these community projects. This proves that CDD is indeed an effective strategy in empowering communities for local development. The inspiring stories and best practices you have contributed will also support this data to encourage people to support CDD institutionalization. CDD is not just part of DSWD Kalahisids, but also of our lives. Let us take another step of collective action that will mold our present into future of empowerment of communities. Let us continue our Serbisyong Oragon as part of DSWD Kalahisids and our passion for collective action. Because you are passing a culture of bayanihan to the next generation. Kaya, magkalahi tayo Pilipinas. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, RD Leo, for that wonderful message.
As part of the ceremony, let us first know about the Bayani Ka Awards. The Bayani Ka Awards is the annual and highest recognition given by the DSWD Kalahisids to its exemplary communities and partners who are implementing and promoting the community-driven development approach.
DSWD Kalahisids communities may be recognized in the following categories: gender and development, environment protection, improved local governance, indigenous people's welfare, promotion and just peace, person with disability, elderly, youth and sustained community volunteer group.
Only communities or groups shall be accepted as nominees. This includes but is not limited to operation and maintenance or O&M organizations, non-governmental associations and federations, which are engaged in DSWD Kalahisids and work to ensure that community-driven development is sustained in their village.
Both registered and unregistered groups from funded and non-funded barangays may be nominated, as long as they are recognized by the community. They need to be formed through DSWD Kalahisids. What matters is that it played a key role in implementing the community-driven development outside and beyond DSWD Kalahisids.
A Bayani Ka nominee must have been engaged in the implementation of DSWD Kalahisids for at least 1 year or one cycle, have displayed actions that are consistent with the principles and standards of the program, and have a heart for service and empowerment of the poor, vulnerable, marginalized, and disadvantaged.
The nomination is also open to those who were nominated in the past Bayani Ka Awards but did not win and is still engaged in the DSWD Kalahisids implementation 1 year prior to the call for nominations.
The following cannot be nominated: those who won in the past Bayani Ka Awards, convicted of any crime or has a standing warrant, related to the DSWD staff and TWG members up to the third degree of affinity and consanguinity.
The nominees were evaluated using the following criteria. Vision, 16%. The nominee is committed to the community's shared vision and guides fellow residents in bridging the present to their desired future.
Action, 20%. The nominee decisively and consistently acts to promote compassionate, collective action in the community and achieve their shared goal. His or her actions exemplify selflessness and have positive impact in the community.
Yakag, 16%. The nominee has successfully persuaded the community to actively participate in compassionate, collective action in and beyond DSWD Kalahisids.
Abilidad, 16%. The nominee maximizes opportunities to exercise the resident skills and service for the benefit of the community.
Nakikiisa, 16%. The nominee actively works to sustain and promote compassionate and collective action in the community and thwart divisive action and tendencies that will break the unity of the people.
At ang panghuli, integridad at inspirasyon, 16%. The nominee has unquestionable integrity that manifests in word and deed. which motivate people to continuously participate in collective action.
We would also like to thank the judges, Ma'am Eva Grahida, PSWDO Albay, Ma'am Lydia Liantero, MSWDO Libon Albay, Ma'am Brisila Niserio of DILG Region 5, Regional Program Coordinator Rosalie Bariso, and Deputy Regional Program Manager Adelaida Escurel for their expertise and dedication in selecting this year's awardees.
Each awardee will receive 20,000 pesos development incentive and a plaque of recognition. So let us now proceed to the awarding ceremony. For the Improved Local Governance category,
Improve local governance. The community brings together the residents and their local government unit and takes steps to ensure that people participation and government transparency and accountability are ensured. The award for exemplary improved local governance goes to LGU Pandan, Mayor's Office of Pandan, Catanduanes.
In every competition, there would always be at the end of the day a winner and a loser. However, in this case, I would rather say that we are all winners in our own way. Anchored with a common objective and unity in actions, this municipality has endeavored to improve our local governance. In behalf of the 26,000 Pandananon, I am humbled to receive this affirmation and award and recognitions of our collaborative efforts in bringing in this improved local governance. We are indeed inspired to move forward and to deliver improved quality service. Again, thank you and mabuhay!
For the Gender and Development category,
Gender and Development. The community actively promotes gender equality in the community, from participation to decision making. The award for exemplary gender and development goes to Karibangbang of Pandan, Catanduanes.
Kindness begins in understanding that every one of us is struggling.
And a single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and the roots spring up to make new trees.
Magayon na araw sa inyo, boss. Good day, everyone. I am John Lester B. Lacson,
And I am Jose Leo Aitalyon,
and we are
Karibangbang.
Our organization was created with a vision of building a community that is tolerant and respectful to all walks of life. Through tangible projects and support systems for each of the members of the LGBTQIA+ community and other marginalized units of the society, we continuously strive to ripple across the essence of compassion and unity across and beyond our municipality.
And now, with pride and humility, we stand holding the honors of our works. The Bayani Ka Award is not a culmination of our endeavors, but an inspiration and a driving force for us to continue telling and changing the narratives of the overlooked and the underrepresented. We will be relentless in our pursuit of telling people that they matter and that they deserve respect and equal dignity regardless of race, color, and sexuality.
To Ma'am Jessa Sandro, Area Coordinator of Pandan, LGU Pandan, through the leadership of our Municipal Mayor, Honorable Honesto Cito Bigan II, DSWD Kalahi Seeds Region 5, allow us to express our profound gratitude for making us a part of this mighty endeavor. Indeed, sa ating sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit, we could make a huge difference in this world.
Rest assured, digdi sa Karibangbang,
Pandagos ang bayanihan!
For Sustained Community Volunteer Group category,
Sustained Community Volunteer Group. The community actively demonstrates and promotes compassionate, collective action in and beyond DSWD Kalahi Seeds to sustain the gains made through the program. The award for exemplary sustained community volunteer group goes to San Andres Farmers and Fisherfolks Association of Barangay San Andres, Pandan, Catanduanes.
Ako po si Victor Albon, 48 years old. Presidente po ako ng San Andres Farmers and Fisherfolks Association. Ang aming pong asosasyon ay patuloy na nagkakaisa at nagtutulungan para sa patuloy na bayanihan. Sa katunayan, nag-umpisa kami sa 16 na miyembro. Dahil sa nakita ng mga komunidad na maganda naman yung aming samahan, nagkaroon po kami ng additional na mga member hanggang sa naging 39 na kami sa ngayon. At patuloy pa kami naghahanap ng mga panibagong miyembro. So kung ialay itong award na to sa aking mga member, sa patuloy nilang suporta, sa pagkakaisa, ganun din sa aking pamilya, na kahit lagi ang patawag ng kalahi, okay lang sa kanila kasi alam naman nila na para makatulong ko. Ganun din sa barangay, gusto ko rin ialay itong award na to sa munisipyo, sa LGU, sa patuloy nilang suporta. Siguro may tip ko lang sa mga sa ibang organisasyon, sa asosasyon. Siguro yung tiwala ng bawat isa. Kasi yun ang natutunan ko sa kalahi, yung transparency. Yung tiwala, yun ang gusto kong matutunan din ng ibang association, yung pagkakaisa. Kami sa San Andres Farmers and Fisherfolks Association ay patuloy na magkakaisa para sa ikaunlad ng komunidad.
For environment protection category,
Environment protection. The community actively promotes environmental protection for the benefit of the entire community. The award for exemplary environment protection goes to Kampiyon ng Kalikasan of Pandan, Catanduanes.
What does it mean to be a decent and purposeful human being? As I age, this one big question constantly pops in my head. It made me rethink of my actions and reevaluate my behavior. Day by day, it draws me nearer to a much difficult query. Am I serving my purpose or not? Having experienced recent typhoons firsthand and seeing how my fellow Katandunganans suffered led me to a realization that our environment, the nature who once gave us abundance, is imperceptibly transforming into a formidable monster because of our lack of understanding and sensitivity towards its complex system and consequential rules. Because of that, I, together with my co-officers, the local government unit of Pandan through the leadership of Honorable Ernesto C. Tabligan II, and with the guidance of Kageywa Jan O. Alcantara, and our advisor Maria Ada I. Condeno, came to a turning point of establishing an organization that would help Mother Earth heal from the wounds of yesterday.
Kampiyon ng Kalikasan, an organization that has a vision of promoting sustainability and engaging everyone to be in the arena of nature conservation and reforestation. We started so little, but the vision of DSWD Kalahi Seeds na sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit made us realize that this is a collective effort of saving not only our deteriorating environment, but our lost humanity as well. To Ma'am Jessa Cedro, I am beyond grateful for giving the opportunity to expand our reach and horizon. Rest assured that Kampiyon ng Kalikasan will always stick to its core and will continue scream and cries for Mother Nature.
To Kalahi Seeds and the persons behind this recognition, we thank you. Now, what does it take to be a decent and purposeful human being? As of the moment, I guess it is to be a bayani in our own little ways. It is in dreaming for change and acting for its realization. I am Rochelle Sorana Bernardo, isang kampiyon ng kalikasan.
And I am Wilson Cabrera, a young advocate, isang kampiyon ng kalikasan and a fragment of change. Thank you.
Alright, bago tayo tumungo sa susunod na parangal, panoorin ang isang video patungkol sa sama-samang pagkilos sa Barangay Mansalaya del Gallego, Camarines Sur.
Ako po si Annalisa Tibalia, 45 years old, Barangay Treasurer ng Barangay Mansalaya. Isa rin pong volunteer ng Kalahi. Na-identify ma'am namin yung project dahil po dito ma'am sa amin ay wala po kaming quarantine facilities. Kaya po nung ano po sa amin ang Kalahi, yan po ang na-identify po namin na magkaroon po ma'am kami ng quarantine facilities po. Pasimula po nung second quarter ng 2020, nagkaroon po kami ng LSI ng nasa 200 plus hanggang pong sa gayon.
Ako po si Ronilo C. Sorara, 44 na taong gulang, punong barangay po ng Mansalaya, Delgado Camarinesor. Napakaganda po nung pagbabago po ng community nung kami ay sumali sa Kalahi. Unang-una nga po naging kami. Nagkakaisa po yung volunteer kasi pag volunteer yan kahit medyo paspas yan sisinupin. Tapos yung transparency po, kumbaga yung budget ng Kalahi talagang nakikita po nila kasi Kalahi nga kumbaga hindi sila ang Kalahi po kaya hindi man yan talaga lahat ng proyekto niyan, lahat ng release ng niyan alam ng community.
Ano ko lang sana na kung ano yung proyektong pagyamanin din, ingatan. Kaya nagpapasalamat kami ng sa Kalahi dahil kumbaga ang barangay namin tinutulungan nilang umunlad.
For the continuation of the awarding ceremony, for person with disability category,
Person with disability. The community ensures that there is reasonable accommodation which encourages resident PWDs to not only surpass his or her disability and people's expectations, but also to participate in compassionate collective action in the community. The award for exemplary person with disability goes to Kalipunan at Samahan ng May Kapansanan Incorporated or Kasama Ka Incorporated of Barangay Poblacion Norte, Barcelona, Sorsogon.
Maraming salamat po sa DSWD Kalahi Seeds para po sa programa nila ng Bayani Ka Award. Dahil ako po ay isa sa nanalo sa Bayani Ka Award ng DSWD Kalahi Seeds. Ako po si Barangay Kagawad, David F. Gamas. Maraming salamat din po sa tulong ng aming butihing mayor na napakasipag na walang iba kundi si Honorable Sencha Palpotelo Cortez ng Municipality of Barcelona. Siyempre, salamat din po sa lahat ng staff ng Mayor's Office, and maraming salamat din po kay Sir Ruben na siya po ang nag-nominate sa akin bilang candidate sa DSWD Kalay Seeds Bayani Ka Award. And salamat din po sa lahat ng staff ng Kalay Seeds Barcelona sa pamumuno ni Sir Ruben Pulgar Privaldo, sa lahat po ng tumulong sa akin na staff ng Kalay Seeds. Maraming salamat sa suporta. At maraming salamat din siyempre sa kapwa ko mga barangay kagawad sa pamumuno ng aming barangay captain na si Lorna A. Cruz. Salamat din po sa suporta. At siyempre po, maraming salamat din po sa suporta na binigay sa akin ng aking pamilya. At siyempre, ang hindi ko po makakalimutan, ang pinakamalaking suporta ng ating Panginoong Hesukristo. Maraming salamat po.
For elderly category,
Elderly. The community actively promotes and engages residents aged 60 or above to participate in compassionate, collective action in the community. The award for exemplary elderly goes to Pandan Senior Citizen Organization of Pandan, Catanduanes.
Hello, greetings. I am Mrs. Teresita Hoover, and I am a retired master teacher, and as of now working as an OSPE chairman ng Municipality of Pandan. We have 2,300 senior citizen that include GGSIS pensioner, SSS pensioner, and I am in charge of the 26 barangay of Municipality of Pandan. As Andy Ronnie had said, the best classroom in the world is at the feet of the elderly person. We now live in the world that is stigmatized ageism and elderly, but amidst the stereotype against the older generation, LGU Pandan earnestly believe in the profound wisdom and sublime stories of these people. Receiving the honor of being a Bayani Ka awardee make us hopeful that we can certainly deepen and expand the dialogue about the rights and dignity of the elderly. We certainly understand that our initiative to care and love for our senior citizen is nothing out of the ordinary, but a moral impetus that is naturally present within the paradigm of public service, kaagapan, kadumamay.
Good morning everybody. Ako po si Dr. Wilfredo Posada Santilices, purong barangay, din barangay na po, Pandan, Catanduanes. Ang samong napiling good practice ni Pandan, Catanduanes, iya ang pagtaon ng regalo mga birthday mga membro ng Senior Citizen Association of Pandan. In behalf of our municipality, I am representing and being humbled to receive the award of recognition. Sa masunod na panahon, ipadagos mi ining good practice mi. Mabalos. Sa liwat, ako po si Dr. Wilfredo Posada Santilices ng barangay na po ang inyong kaagapay.
For youth category,
Youth. The community actively engages residents or community volunteers aged 15 to 30 to eagerly promote and participate in compassionate collective action in the community. The award for exemplary youth goes to Pandan Badminton Association of Pandan, Catanduanes.
When we started our organization, we never thought of being rewarded. All we have in our mind is the willingness to extend our helping hand to be able to contribute to community development. We were raised in a community They say quadrant 4, poorest of the poor. But this did not stop us to show appreciation of what we have and to extend kindness to less privileged people. After all, for us, this is the very essence of our existence.
To DSWD Kalahi Seeds, thank you for this prestigious award. We are earnestly grateful and extremely honored for this recognition. This will fuel our organization to do better and continue persevere to attain our organization's vision, mission, goal, and objective.
My name is Gina Eusebia Alberto, the President of Pandan Badminton Association.
And I am John Rocco Licarano, the Vice President.
We humbly receive this award.
Our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who supported us in one way or another.
To our fellow officers, to Dr. Johnson,
To Reverend Father Jerome,
to Nurse Ivy,
to Tourism Officer Rochelle,
to Councilor John,
Honorable Mayor Alom,
and to AC Jessa. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat.
For Indigenous Peoples Welfare category,
Indigenous Peoples Welfare. The community takes active steps to ensure that the rights of the indigenous people are fulfilled, respected, and promoted in their community, so they will have a voice in community decision-making. The award for exemplary Indigenous Peoples Welfare goes to Agtatabang Non of Barangay Santa Maria, Presentacion, Camarines Sur.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Ako po pala si Pastor Roger Vilas Timosa, ang tribal chieftain ng Agtang Tabangnon, Barangay Santa Maria, Presentacion, Camarines Sur. Ako po'y nagpapasalamat dahil sa nakaraang 7th Bayani Ka Award, kami po ay napili sa kategory ng IPIS, na kung saan ang aming tribo ay hindi lang nakilala dito sa Barangay Santa Maria, Presentacion, Camarines Sur. Ang aming tribo ay nakilala sa buong rehiyon ng Bicol. Kaya kami taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa makonsidera ko blessing na ito na malaking bagay sa amin, sa maging sa mga staff ng Kalahi na naging instrumento o naging tulay upang ang aming tribo ay ma-issue up sa buong Bicol. Kaya sa lahat, ako po'y taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa lahat-lahat. At patuloy po ako nag-i-encourage na patuloy tayong makipagtulungan sa programa ng ating pamalaan upang patuloy tumaas ang antas ng pamumuhay ng ating pamayanan. Bagamat kami ay isang tribong agta, sa ngayon kami ay nakikipagsabayan na kung ano ang programa ng ating pamalaan. Kaya sa lahat-lahat po na nakarinig dito, patuloy kong ini-encourage kayo na pakipagtulungan po tayo sa programa ng ating pamalaan. At patuloy ako nagpapasalamat at mabuhay po ang Kalahi. God bless po.
A special award is also given to the Area Coordinating Team Pandan for their dedication and hard work on submitting Bayani Ka nominations.
let us give a round of applause to our 7th Regional Bayani Ka awardees.
Upang magbigay sa atin ng aliw, ating tawagin si Ms. Sheena May Perez, Administrative Support Staff ng DSWD Region 5. Maraming salamat, Bishina, sa nakakabighaning pagtugtog ng inyong violin.
Magbibigay naman ng testimonial ang isa sa mga partner LGUs ng programa. Ating bigyan ng masigabong palakpakan si Honorable Ernesto C. Tabligan II, Local Chief Executive of Pandan, Catanduanes.
I am Mayor Ernesto C. Tabligan II from the municipality of Pandan, Catanduanes. We have 26 barangays and we belong to the 4th class municipality. Being a 4th class municipality, therefore it presupposes that we have a high poverty incidence. One of the topmost priority of this administration is poverty alleviations by providing and affording our constituents a sustainable livelihood programs by empowering respective barangays a sustainable organizations. Those sustainable organizations is focused in participatory, transparency, as well as accountability. The STEP program is with strong collaborations with different national agencies, local government, provincial agencies, private organizations, and individuals. And more importantly, we have strong collaborations with Kalahi Seeds, focusing on the development objective of its core values, which includes empowerment, improve access to basic social services, and participate in local governance. It is therefore imperative that the importance of the strong support of the local government so that every endeavor will be successful. These associations are duly recognized at the barangay level and will be duly recognized at the municipal level by the Sangguniang Bayan under the local special bodies. The fact that these organizations will be institutionalized, therefore, even in the absence of Kalahi Seeds and the local government of Pandan, these organizations will be sustainable and will withstand. In behalf of the 26,000 Pandananons, we would like to express our heartfelt thanks to the Kalahi Seeds families and the persons behind this program. Sa Pandan, mapadagos ang bayanihan dahil sa inyong pagmakulog.
Maraming salamat, Mayor Tabligan, sa inyong mensahe. Alam mo ba, Ginoong Nelson, kung ilan ang mga proyekto at ilan ang mga sambahayan na nabenepisyohan ng sama-samang pagkilos sa ating mga komunidad?
Nasa 3,000 ang sub-projects at mayroon namang 600,000 na sambahayan. Ang alam ko, maraming community volunteers ang nagbibigay ng kanilang oras, pagsisikap at dedikasyon mapatapos lang ang mga sub-projects ng kanilang pamayanan. Ang community volunteers ang itinuturing nating mga bayan ng community-driven development.
Riyan, para malaman natin kung ilan ang sub-projects at ilan ang mga sambahayan na nabenepisyohan, ating tawagin si Ms. Adelaida P. Escorel, Deputy Regional Program Manager ng DSWD Kalahi Seeds, upang i-present ang program regional accomplishments.
Good day, everyone! Congratulations to all the nominees and winners of this 7th Regional Bayani Ka Awards. So, we really appreciate everyone's effort in making your communities a better place to live by making sure na lahat ay nakikilahok kapag usaping pangkaunlaran ang pinag-uusapan. So, before I present the regional coverage for additional financing, let us first take a look on how CDD works in the communities. Let us explore the evidences of how the CDD approach can create and enhance participation and decision-making when women and men are included in the community voice and choice. The Kalahi Seeds National Community-Driven Development Program through the Community Empowerment Activity Cycle or CEAC demonstrates the community-driven development or CDD approach to a more inclusive, broader community participation
gender transparency and accountability in all stages of barangay development process. CDD seeks the participation from the marginalized and other vulnerable sectors in the community such as women, farmers, fisherfolks, because they provide a better understanding on the needs and relevant issues on resource allocation and use. So for barangay assembly participation, there are 6,663,043 households represented out of the 9.3 million total households, or that makes 71% of the households represented during barangay assemblies. And of course, community volunteers play an important role in the program. They are the new generation of heroes who pushed for the development of their communities over their personal interests or benefit. They are the engines that drive the process in KC-NCDDP and are responsible, among others, for implementing the community projects and handling funds. CDD has proven that citizen involvement is not only an effective strategy in poverty alleviation, it also helps improve community resiliency. So these volunteers are mobilized to work together for participatory, transparent, and accountable local planning, decision-making, and project implementation. In Bicol, there are a total of 159,272 community volunteers, in which 102,285 are female, while 56,987 are male. Communities have capable and responsive leaders. With our program, the combination of traditional and new leadership functions in communities have strengthened, improving the collective capacity of communities to address their poverty problems. So Kalahi Seeds and CDDP community volunteers acquire or improve their leadership skills on community mobilization, facilitating collective action, and problem solving. The community volunteers with good performance in Kalahi Seeds have been elected to official positions of leadership at the executive or legislative branches, at the barangay, and even at the municipal local government levels. So some of the community volunteers also handle leadership positions with a total number of 38,497, in which 23,372 are women, while 15,125 are men. One of the main features of the program is the employment aspect. It provides during the sub-project implementation. So in KC-NCDDP, majority of the sub-projects chosen by the barangays were small-scale construction infrastructure such as pathways, tire paths, daycare centers, and school buildings. As a community, barangay residents can decide if they want to be the ones to construct their chosen sub-project, with the guidance, of course, of the assigned technical facilitators and municipal engineers to ensure that the technical specifications and the work items are conducted according to the standards set by the program. So this option provides laborers with the opportunity to earn money. So the program was able to employ 95,695 women, while 233,425 are men, with a total of 329,120 workers. These workers, we divide them into two groups called the skilled and unskilled. As to the name implies, unskilled labor pertains to the types of work that do not require training. So ito yung mga naghahakot ng materyales like hollow blocks, semento, and those that we call skilled workers required trainings like masonry works, paint works, and electrical wiring. According to the KC-NCDDP Community Infrastructure Manual, The wages of laborers are in accordance with the prevailing rates indicated by Department of Labor and Employment Wage Board. Alternatively, the Sangguniang Bayan may release a resolution identifying the amount to be earned by the workers. The program was able to provide 718,095,742 pesos to laborers during the sub-project implementation. From 2014 to 2021, a total of 3,426 sub-projects was completed, and that is benefiting 646,338 households. So a total of 5.15 billion was used to complete these projects. Last year, 2021, DSWD Kalahi Seeds completed 573 community projects with a total grant of 129 million in the 15 municipalities. So the 15 municipalities implemented the disaster response operation modality, or we call it DROM. It's a modified community empowerment activity cycle aimed at responding to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. So the projects completed includes capability building, cash for work, quarantine facilities, disaster response or tools, livelihood equipment, telecommunications equipment or devices, and other COVID-19 projects. A total of 104,016 households benefited from the completed sub-projects. One of the legislative agenda of the department is the institutionalization of CDD as a national strategy for poverty reduction and disaster response. Community-driven development, or CDD, has become an increasingly common tool used by government to address the needs of poor communities. The CDD approach is characterized by the movement of responsibility over resources and planning decisions to local decision-making in an effort to more accurately and efficiently identify the needs on the ground. Empowering communities to take charge of their own development may also lead to long-term effects on how they perceive their own role in governance, with improvements in accountability, transparency, and the quality of decisions. Here are the LGUs that adopted CDD processes, tools, or principles. So as you can see in the presentation, we have the municipalities of Donsol, Viga, Catanduanes, Gainsa, Camarines Sur, Uson, Masbate, Bula, Camarines Sur, and Dragay, Camarines Sur. So we hope that more LGUs will adopt CDD as we continue to strengthen community empowerment and participation. Magkalahi tayo, Pilipinas!
Maraming salamat, Miss Adelaida Piscorel, sa inyong detalyadong presentasyon. Kitang-kita talaga ang mga naging pagbabago dahil sa sama-samang pagkilos ng programa, community volunteers, local government units, national government agencies, civil society organizations, at marami pang iba. Mukhang malayo ang aking naging sagot, Binibining Ranel.
Malapit-lapit naman, Ginoong Nelson. So, akalain mo napakaraming community volunteers dito sa Bicol Region. Paano pa kaya kung sa buong Pilipinas na?
Upang bigyan tayo ng patotoo sa mga datos na naipresent kanina, ating tawagin ang isang community volunteer na mismong nagsagawa ng sub-projects ng kanilang komunidad. Para sa kanyang mensahe, narito si Winifredo A. Perico, community volunteer ng Barangay Bulalakaw, Presentasyon, Camarines Sur.
Ako po si Winifredo Perico, isa pong volunteers ng Kalahi Seeds ng Barangay Bulalakaw, Presentasyon, Camarines Sur. Ako po ay magbibigay ng mensahe sa pamamagitan ng pagtutula. Ito po ay ang Kalahi Seeds sa bayan. Kapit-bisig tayo, mga mamamayan. Labanan natin ang kahirapan. Programang Kalahi Seeds ating suportahan upang maibsan hamon ng kahirapan. Kalahi Seeds sa bayan, suportado ng tao. Labis ang pagpapahalaga sa programang ito. Kahirapan sa bayan at magandang paggugobyerno, dala ng programa at obheto nito. Proyektong naibigay ng kalahi sa barangay, laking kagalakan at malaking tagumpay. Sa pagsunod sa proseso, sakripisyo, laging gabay, upang kailangang proyekto sa barangay, maibigay. Taos-pusong pasasalamat, programa ng kalahi. Aming pagsuporta na walang pagsisisi. Pagbibigay ng tulong na walang naaapi. Salamat sa kalahi at bayan ko'y laging kasali. Muli po, ako po si Winifredo Perico ng Barangay Bulalakaw, Presintasyon, Camarines Sur, isang volunteers po ng Kalahi Seeds. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan, maraming salamat. Napaka-inspiring ng inyong mensahe, Sir Winifredo. Sana marami pang mamamayan ang sumali sa sama-samang pagkilos ng May Malasakit. Para bigyan tayo ng istorya tungkol sa pagbabayanihan, narito ang isang audiovisual presentation tungkol sa Pandan, Catanduanes.
I am Mayor Honesto C. Tabigan II. I am the local chief executive of this municipality, Pandan, Catanduanes. And we have 26 barangays in this municipality. Pandan belongs to the 4th class municipality. So basically, if you try to go down to the grassroots, 80% more or less yung poverty level incident natin. So ang dami nating tao na umaasa sa kanilang daily living. Marami ang naghirap during that time because of pandemic. Aside from pandemic, pumasok pa yung bagyo. So ang daming calamities. Makikita mo talagang nakasalampak ang tao natin. Salampak, lalong-lalo na doon sa kanilang daily living.
Ako po si Victor Alpon, taga 48 years old, taga San Andres, Pandan, Catanduanes. Presidente po ako ng San Andres Farmers and Fisher Folks Association. Ako po ang BSPMC sa proyekto ng Kalahi, and at the same time, ako rin po ang Operation and Maintenance. Halos 90% ng ikinabubuhay dito sa San Andres is pangingisda. Yun po talaga ang ikinabubuhay. Kaya nagpapasalamat kami na nagkaroon ng proyekto ang Kalahi, yung Kasaba Plantation, kasi pagka ganitong malakas ang alon, nagkaroon kami ng alternatibong hanap buhay. Pag, let's say 1 week na malakas ang alon, pwede kami sa lupa yung ng kasaba. So yun yung napakagandang proyekto na naihatid sa amin.
po si Delicia Sabiñano, 31 years old. Beneficiary po ng Kasaba Plantation, Wagdas, Pandan, Catanduanes. Kung nakuha ko pong sahod po sa cash for work na sa Kasaba Plantation, binili po namin ng pagkain sa pang-araw-araw. Tapos kung ano pa po yung mga pwede pong mga bayarin.
Nung una medyo hesitant din yung yung mga kasaba farmers kasi iniisip nila na baka hindi mabili yung kanilang kasaba produce. Pero nung dumating na sa harvesting time at nakausap na nila yung San Miguel Corporation, so nabigyan sila ng sigla na namatyak na yung kanilang kasaba produce ay ma-convert sa pera at mabibili ng San Miguel Corporation.
Mga seminar ko lang sa kanila, yun yung magandang natutunan ko na yung pagiging transparency. Yun yung talagang gusto kong kada magmi-meeting kami, yun yung sinasabi ko sa kanila na yung transparency na para yung tao magtiwala.
Mas madami palang mararating pag meron tayong sama-sama, tulong-tulong para sabay-sabay tayo lalakad at susulong sa panibagong bukas.
Pilipinos!
Naku Ranel, napakagandang seremonya nitong Regional Bayani Ka Awards dahil rin-recognize natin ang mga community volunteers at partners na nagpapakita ng collective action sa kani-kanilang pamayanan.
Tama ka dyan. Kahit man malapit na tayong matapos aktibidad na ito, napaka-fulfilling na makita ang mga ngiti ng ating mga community volunteers, pati rin ang mga participants sa aktibidad na ito.
Bago ko makalimutan, i-plug ko lang ang ating social media pages. I-like ang aming Facebook page at DSWDFO5. Mayroon din kaming Twitter at Instagram. I-follow ang at DSWDFO5. At pwede rin kayo manood ng aming videos sa YouTube. Hanapin lamang ang YouTube channel na DSWDFO5.
To formally close our ceremony, may I call in the OIC Assistant Regional Director for Operations, Girly Avila, to give her closing remarks.
Good day, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the local government units, community volunteers, civil society organizations, non-government organizations, and fellow national government agencies for your unwavering support to the program. I would also like to commend our program staff for their dedication and hard work in providing technical assistance to our communities and partners. The awards may only highlight a few of our communities and partners and community-driven development.
Nevertheless, all communities and partners deserve praise and support for their work in attaining sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit. With partners and communities, let us pave the way for inclusive growth and social protection. To our champions, our pioneers, and community-driven development, our communities and partners, we celebrate you, your efforts, your results. Mga bayani namin kayo. Ipakita natin sa buong Pilipinas ang kakayahan ng community-driven development, ang kakayahan ng bawat Pilipino na magambak sa kaunlaran ng ating mga community, at ang kakayahan ng community-driven development na maging gabay sa lahat ng Pilipino tungo sa pagunlad at pag-asenso. Sa ating sama-samang pagkilos ng may malasakit, makakamit natin ang kinabukasan na maipagmamalaki natin sa ating mga anak, mga apo at mga susunod na henerasyon. Magkalahi tayo, Pilipinas! Maraming salamat po.
Thank you everyone for being a great audience today, bringing your active participation to the event. Ating itaguyod ang community-driven development sa buong bansa. Magkalahi tayo, Pilipinas!
Magkalahi tayo, Pilipinas!
Magkalahi tayo, Pilipinas!
Ako po si Ranel Sertan, Social Marketing Officer ng DSWD Kalahi Seeds.
At ako naman si Nelson Palermo Shal Jr., Social Marketing Officer ng Sustainable Livelihood Program. Sa pagtatapos ng selebrasyon, ating sabayan ang mga kawani ng DSWD Kalahi Seeds Regional Program Management Office sa pagsayaw at pagkanta ng Ikaw at Ako ng Parokya ni Edgar. Ang Ikaw at Ako ay ang official jingle ng DSWD Kalahi Seeds.
Kami ang mukha ng kahirapan, anino na nalimutan. Nais naming umahon tungo sa kaunlaran. Maayos na kinabukasan lamang ang gusto. Kami ang lilikha ng aming kwento ng pagbabago. Nasa lungsod o nasa nayon, sa dagat o sa gulod, nakikipagsapalaran, lumalaban, pilit na aahon sa kahirapan. Ikaw at ako, tayo ang mga bayani, tayo lahat ay kasali. Ang pagbabago ay simulan sa ating sarili. Ikaw at ako, tayo ang mga bayani, tayo lahat magkalahi. Ang buka at kwento ng pagbabago ay ikaw at ako.
Laging nariyan, tunay na maaasahan, handang magsilbi sa nangangailangan. Laging malawak ang pangunawa, maagap ang tulong, lahat makakasulong. Anumang dilubyo, mapamayon man o bagyo, subok na sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Bagong pag-asa'y abot tanaw, higit pa sa kalangitan na bughaw. Ang DSWD Bicol, laging handang magbigay ng pagkalinga. DSWD Bicol, sa bawat Bicolano, serbisyong oragon sa lahat ng panahon. Mapagkawang-gawang paglilingkod ang hatid namin sa inyo. Serbisyong DSWD Bicol, bawat Pilipino sisibol. Ang DSWD Bicol, laging handang magbigay ng pagkalinga. DSWD Bicol, tulay ng pagbangon sa bawat Bicolano, serbisyong oragon sa lahat ng panahon. Tulay ng pagbangon sa bawat Bicolano, serbisyong oragon sa lahat ng panahon.
DSWD